Sometimes our success is actually from the things that we say no to. We are mostly attached to the fact that we cannot deny people of what they want. We think that we can please everyone, but sometimes you just have to say no to be able to succeed in life. So I saw some people that were able to say no and their lives were changed massively. So after this, I believe we're going to understand that sometimes we just need to have the courage to say no. It's hard, it's not easy to say no, but it's supposed to be easy if we really want to get far. I'll start with someone, Joseph. We know Joseph so well. So getting straight to exactly the point that I want to talk about. Joseph said no to Potiphar's wife. In today's world, people search for such an opportunity, and people might actually think that Joseph was crazy. He had an opportunity to have some fun and do things that we actually think is good now in our era, but actually that might have been the source of the destruction that he was going to have. So the fact that he stood still on that was the basis of his foundation. So he was tempted, but he managed to stay loyal to his God. And the fact that he stayed loyal to God shows us that if you really, really depend on your God, no matter what happens, you have to stay on his side if you want to get far. So Joseph said no to Potiphar's wife and he went to jail. We expect that. When you say yes to something, most of the times it's going to save you for a while. Then after that, in the long term, you are going to regret it for the rest of your life. So he said no, but he still went to jail. So he went to jail and he stayed in jail for, I believe, more than 16, I'm 12 years, I guess, 12, 13 years. Because theologians say that he went to jail at 17 years of age and he came out of jail 30 years of age. So I believe that was his moment to learn. So God will take you from one temptation to another temptation that he believes you are capable of doing and dealing with. And in that temptation that he's going to take you to, he has something that he has in store for you. So he went to jail not to suffer, but in jail he was given the leadership. So his vision was he was going to be a great leader. He was going to be a big person and most people are going to bow down to him. And that is a sign that is also shown in jail. When he went in jail, he was the leader in jail. And so we see that due to that, he got an opportunity that most of the people do not have. And after that, we know that he managed to solve a problem and he got to be the prime minister. Now, from being a prisoner to being the second top, like the king himself, and you follow. That just comes to show that if we say no to things that are actually not good, no matter the consequence that happens in the meantime, we're going to succeed greatly. So this simple statement comes to show us that we will get immediate consequences when we say no to some things, but that immediate consequence will help you in the long run. So in Genesis chapter 39 verse 19 to 20, you see that he was given false accusations, he had public shame, and he got imprisonment. But actually, that was the basis for foundation, because when he got into prison, he met people that worked for the king, which means that in prison was his school to learn leadership. He was the leader among all the people. So we know that God will give you, he will make you pass through things, but strategically. He's not a God that just makes you pass through things randomly. No, he makes us pass through things strategically. And so um we get to learn that sometimes you might have um a big deal, but that deal involves a lot of corners, a lot of corruption, a lot of um, things that don't please God. You have to keep your dignity, and the no will help you protect your destiny. Your future depends on your present decisions. If you want a bright future, you have to do the right things in the present. But if you just want any future, you can do anything you want. But bright future is governed by a good present. Take note of that. And also that no is it's like an act of worship. Like you say that I know this thing is good for me. If I say yes to this woman, I am going to enjoy to sleep with her, or I'm going to enjoy having fun with her. Or if I accept this lecturer in college or university, I'm going to get the marks. But is this the right thing? Is God pleased with it? If He isn't pleased with it, we know in the Bible that God values respect more than offerings or anything else. In places that you're supposed to respect Him, He does not want anything. He just wants respect. And that's what made Saul be rejected by God. Because he was pressured by people and he had to send his forces. But Samuel told him that he was going to prepare him for the battle. And since he did that, he was bitten. He was pressured to count the people of Israel. But God did not want that because they were not his people. They were the people of God. So God got mad at him. So even when you're a leader under pressure, you have to look at God first. If He does not approve of what you're trying to do, just say no. You better lose your leadership the right way. Like I say no to this because it was not right. And if you want me to leave the leadership, I'm going to leave it, but I'm not going to do this. Showing a stand on the right things will take you far. And it will show your identity. Once people know that he says no to this, they will not even put you in that position anyway. They know that this person is not gonna accept us. He's not a man of shortcuts. We should not accept shortcuts in places that we know there are no shortcuts, and in places that we know that the shortcut that we take will lead us to destruction. So I just come to you telling you that we have to say no to some things. Just think of it logically and see what it means to you. And if it's not good, just basically say no. And some other people that say no, like Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, did not want to worship that idol for the king. And so they said, we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold that you have set up. The consequence was immediate. Get them into the furnace of fire. They were put in the furnace, but they did not burn. Daniel knew the consequence of worshiping his true God would take him in the den of lions, but at the end of the day, the lions did not eat him. The apostles knew that they were not supposed to preach at the place, but they rejected and said, which is right in God's eyes? To listen to you or to him? You be the judges. As for us, we cannot help speaking out what we have seen and heard. That comes from Acts chapter 4, verse 19 to 20. We must obey God rather than human beings. Acts chapter 5, verse 29. Anything that comes against God, we will say no to it. And finally, we discussed about Job last time. He said no to cursing God. And Jesus said no to all of the three things that the devil told him to do, because he knew that me saying no to this will give me greater rewards. You should not accept pressure to get over you as Adam did. Adam couldn't say no, and that's why he ended up eating the fruit. So we need to learn to say no, and that will take us very far. So to complete this, we have to understand that saying no will take us so far, and it will give us the power. Amen.